Alright, yo guys, what the fuck is up? I know it's been a while, but hey, I've been really fucking busy, but here we are, the fucking Racing League, and this is gonna be a couple weeks old, and expect a lot of fucking videos to come this upcoming week of the races. But anyway, here we are. This is the Trial Mountain Circuit, right here. Here we go. This race was really exciting. As you can tell, we have Mead, which is Ryan, we have King, Mike Hansey, Sideways, One Fast Evo, Amp Energy, which is Michael Waltrip and Boogeyman in this race. And from the start, King had the pole, as we're watching Ryan right now take second, and we're going to fast forward to Sideways right here in fourth. And One Fast Evo right there is comfortably in fifth, and sixth place and seventh are going to duke it out for a little bit as they go. Now, here we go, back up to the lead. This is really good part of the race right here. Fucking here Sideways coming up the hill. This is probably the hardest part of the track right here. But somehow fucking these four cars right here, well these three right here, King, Ryan, and Kanzi had the best cars of the day probably. And real Sideways in there too. His car was pretty good. As we watch King here coming to this final fucking corner, as he gets a little help from Ryan and gets a little sideways, but straightens it out, bounces off the wall, and still leads the lap. Notice we came in on lap 2, lap 1 of every race. It's a warm-up lap, so as you guys know that. As we're on board with Ryan Mead right here, and we're watching King in front of him, and behind him we're watching a battle heating up between Sideways and Kanzi. As right now first and second is teammates, and third and fourth for teammates. So here we go, as Sideways takes advantage of Kanzi, and he moves up into third. Kanzi's looking to fight back, but don't know if he can, as we're going for the field here. Boogeyman and Amp are just chilling. And here we go, back up to the lead with King and Mead, as now they're side by side coming into the turn. And it looks like Ryan's gonna drift past King and take the lead. And back to the third place, we got Sideways and Kanzi just drafting over here as we're on board with Kanzi. And Sideways overshoots the corner. Well, it stays ahead of Kanzi. Good driving right there, as now we're on board with King, who is right behind Ryan. And we're going to follow him for a little bit here on board. And we'll see if he can catch up. He gets a little loose coming into that corner, saves it, and he doesn't lose that much time on Ryan. But here we go, up the hill right here. As you can tell, right when the cars go over that hill, right there as you saw Sideways get a little airborne up off the ground. But you know, shit happens. So lap 4, here it is, the cars are going up in the air again, and drifting into this corner is King and Mead. The battle for first and second is starting to heat up as we go back to third place and look at Kanzi and Sideways just chilling with Amp not too far behind. But sadly we can't say that for One Fast Evo and Boogeyman, as they have dropped off the pace. As now King is bump drafting Ryan, and they're side by side. And who's going to take the lead coming into this turn? It looks like it's going to be King, as King again drifts in the fucking corner. As now Ryan's going to catch back up, give him a little bump right there going into the turn, not going to hurt him. And Kanzi and Sideways are just chilling in third and fourth. As Ryan and King drift into that corner again. I don't know what it was with them, but they just seem to love to drift. But here they come, and it looks like King is going to lead this lap as he's up on 2 wheels and passes the start-finish line. Now we're going to jump to lap 15. And first is Mike Kanzi, and the reason why Kanzi's first is because I think King pitted the lap before. So Kanzi stayed out and led a couple laps here, as you can tell, and we're going to go with Ryan Mead, who pitted that lap. Probably that's how Kanzi got the lead, as you see Sideways also pits as well. So King's already in. With that, Amp Energy is going to move up to second, who's really far behind Kanzi. And there's King, who's not that far behind Amp. As here's Sideways in the pit, as you saw Ryan Mead take off. And One Fast Evil's just going to pass Mead, but it won't be good enough, as Mead's going to come right back and pass him probably. And now Sideways leads the pit. As you can tell, there's one car out of the race from the previous fucking update or whatever. Jordan, he dropped out. Big shock. But here we are with Amp Energy in second, and King's running him down on those fresh tires. And we're to jump to Ryan Mead, who just passed Evo. And he's going to start pulling away from Evo and try to catch back up to King. And there's nothing really Evo can do but sit and watch. As now last place is Sideways, who just came out of the pit. And coming into the pit right now is Mike Kanzi. As he has a huge lead. There's Amp. And right behind Amp is King. And Kanzi should get shuffled back to 3rd or 4th here. And there's King in the background drifting again. And it looks like Amp will actually lead that lap. Kanzi falls back to 3rd. King just goes by and starts to run down Amp Energy. And there's Ryan Mead, who should catch up to Kanzi again. Right when Kanzi comes out, as you see him up ahead a little bit, but by the time Kanzi gets up to speed, they should be even. And one fast Evo, I think, he's going to stay out one more lap, but as you can tell, his tires are just completely gone. And now Sideways is going to come back up and try to race. As you see, Amp now under heavy pressure from King, and Amp's just going to pull to the side, and it looks like King's just going to smoke past him. Maybe not. Amp's fighting back. King's going to drift on the high side. Amp goes up, gives him a little love tap, and they're still side by side. But it looks like King's going to pull away coming up the hill. And looks like he is. We're going to fast forward a little bit to lap 27. There was a competition yellow. They get the field car back up. And the running order is right now Amp Energy is first. And King just passed him. But now everyone's on fresh tires. And let's see what's up. As we got the 2 yellow hat cars making contact. Not something teammates should be doing. And it looks like Amp Energy is going to get the worst of that. As now King's in first, Kanzi's second, Sideways is third. Well, one fast Evo coming out of nowhere, battling with Sideways, but didn't last long as he falls back to 5th. Now Sideways is trying to regroup, so is Ryan Mead, and one fast Evo. As King's just pulling away from the field here. Kanzi's trying everything he can to catch up as we get that lovely shot of the cars going over the hill. And there's King just cruising, Kanzi just cruising, and Sideways and Ryan battling for 3rd. As you see, Sideways just nailed the fucking dirt wall there. And King's gonna drift into that corner again, and so is Ryan Mead. All except for Kanzi. As now Sideways is under heavy pressure from Amp and one fast Evo. But King's going to lead the lap here. Kanzi's going to try to catch up. And we're just going to fast forward a couple laps to lap 45. And here we are in the final laps. As you see, Ryan has taken first, King's in second, and Kanzi's in third. And Sideways has fallen back to 4th. I think it was safe to say that one fast Evo was probably a lap down here. As you saw him when we jumped to lap 45, he was kind of just sitting there. But, hey, shit happens. As we're on board King here, I think Mead pits again, not too sure what happens, but we're going to find out. As there's Kanzi, and we're on board with Kanzi right now, following King, trying to find the best line to catch up. I'm going to take a sip from my Pepsi. And you see Sideways having all kinds of trouble back there, trying to catch back up to Amp Energy. He's hitting the wall and all kinds of shit. Meanwhile, Kanzi and King are running smooth as silk and trying to catch up to Mead. As both those drivers took that turn pretty wide, I don't think that's going to hurt them. As you see, Kanzi now trying to drift into the corner. And here comes King and Kanzi. Let's see if they can do anything here. As King just kind of, well, they both slid into the grass. Fuck it. And there they go. And who's going to get airborne? It looks like they both are. As they both haul ass coming into this turn. And here comes Kanzi. Now he has a run on King. King Sideways. And we're going to go on board with Kanzi here. King's just drifting every fucking corner. And it looks like it's going to be a nice battle between second here. as this looks like it's going to be the only battle on the track right now. As I think Ryan is just way ahead, as you see right here. He's coming into the turn now, drifting, and King and Canty are just coming over the hill. So it's safe to say that Ryan pretty much has this race won, unless a caution comes out, or he just fucks up beyond all belief. Amp Energy and Sideways, I don't think they're close enough, as someone's in the pit. I think that's one fast Evo. But here comes Canty with a run and a charge on King. Let's see if he can do anything with it. Not this lap, as King gets the better hand, and they're gonna try to fucking run tight here as King goes airborne over those cars, and now there's 3 laps to go, as they're trying their hardest to catch up to Ryan Mead. As you see King pull away a little bit here, and Mead's just cruising, not even trying, as fucking King gets a little loose. Here's Amp, way back there, Sideways trying to catch up to him. Nothing much really happening there. So as we're on board with King here, and there's Canty lurking in the shadows as he just catches up to King. It looks like he's going to lose the momentum here, or he might actually catch up. This is a great shot right here, as here comes Canty, and King's going to drift a little in the turn, and Canty's right there, as Sideways has passed Amp Energy for 4th. Canty's gonna give a little love tap to fucking King, and he's gonna come on the inside, and they're gonna be side by side. Let's see who takes home second here. Oh, bumping a little bit, and there goes King into the wall. Oh no. As a little bump has happened, and I don't think that's gonna be a caution, as now we're gonna fast forward to lap 50, and that's pretty much going to do it for King, as he got injured on the fucking hit. The car was totaled, and he's going to have to settle for a 6th place run. But here's the final lap. It looks like fucking Ryan's going to win this race. Another win for Ryan, as Canty looks like he's going to take 2nd as we go to his frame. And he's not that far behind Ryan, but it won't be enough, as Canty will probably have another strong 2nd finish play, another 2nd run. And here's Sideways in 3rd place, way back, almost a lap down, and there's Amp even farther back. And one fast Evil's not even on the same lap, but he gets a top 5 nonetheless. As here comes Ryan, just 2 more corners to go, and you should have this locked up. As you see Canty coming around the 1 bend up there, but it won't be enough. Ryan's just going to cruise to victory here, as he just has 1 more final turn. You should take it pretty okay. And he's going to pull a little spin right there. But Ryan Mead wins another race again. And here are the final results. After the contact with Mike Canty, Mike Bass is going to finish 2nd. And everyone else pretty much had a provisional, but Mead wins again, Canty 2nd, Ryan Johnson 3rd, Chip 4th, and Wes is going to finish 5th. As now we're going to fast forward to the standings, see how much they changed, or maybe not. We're just going to stare at the results, because that's cool. But Jordan dropped out of the race. Shag wasn't in the race. Mike Glazebrook dropped out of the race, and Andrew Kennedy dropped out of the race. So that's pretty much the results. Stay tuned this week. There's going to be a lot of videos coming out, so we got to catch back up on these races. So peace, love, and dope, bitches.